All right, incels of the universe, the Sons of
Hey,
Liberty
hey,
are.
you don't know they're incels. You don't know they're incels.
I mean,
I
that's
mean, they
that's true.
probably are, but like, you don't know that.
I mean, I know at least one of them watching is an incel.
I mean, yeah, because I watch it.
Bruh.
You know,
Okay. Anyways,
Okay.
uh, today we're gonna be talking about Trump's impeachment and the insurrection that happened at the Capitol.
Bro,
You know,
the right wing actually did a bad thing for once.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
think that caught a lot of people off guard because it
Yeah.
came from the party of law and order. But we'll talk about that a
Party
little
of
later.
quote unquote law and order. Keep going.
Yeah, all right. We're gonna talk about Pence because Trump's a little bit in hot water because he said that he wanted to. He essentially said that Pence could overturn the election results when he really could not have.
Wait, what? I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, so let's go. Actually, let's talk about that right now because I want to inform you. So
Okay.
basically, Trump like right before they were certifying the votes, which I think
Mhm.
was January 6th or something.
Yeah.
yeah, January 6th.
Uh-huh. Trump said that Pence could overturn the election results and it's given to him in the Constitution. Like that's his power.
Wait,
No.
what? Wait, but
Yeah, that's
wait,
not
but why wouldn't? Wait, no, brain hurty. Why wouldn't Trump have that power?
because Pence he certifies the votes essentially, if that makes sense.
Oh,
So
and
yes.
so basically he was nudging on his little guy to go and give him the election because he was baby crying about the results. Makes sense.
Yeah, and Pence can't actually do that. The language is actually quite vague in the sense that
Like
Pence-
everything else in the Constitution, but
right.
go off then.
It's more like he can open up an envelope to certify the results. Now, that's left up to interpretation, but most legal scholars agree that Pence cannot overturn the election. That's just absurd.
Right,
But
because
Trump, yeah, he was on Twitter and he was like, "Oh my God, Pence could do this." So
I mean, like,
yeah,
okay, imagine if he did have the power. Like, no president would ever get anything less than 2 terms because, like, the little buddy vice president would always just give it to him. I mean,
actually, the 2 terms are embedded in the Constitution, but the bigger issue is, well, if the vice president does not like who won the election, they could just say, "Well, I'm just gonna choose the guy that I like."
wait,
Yeah,
Trump 2028, Trump 2028.
dude, Ye needs to run in 2024.
Oh
He needs
my
to do it as a
God.
Republican
Ugh.
or a Libertarian.
Okay, that.
Well, he won't win as a
Mm,
libertarian.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shut
if he'll-
up! Oh
Like,
my
he
God.
won't, like,
Oh, you're
let's be
throwing your
honest
vote
here.
away. You're throwing your vote away.
No, it's not the fact of throwing a vote away. The major two parties is the Democrat and Republican, and you even said yourself, Joe Jurgensen has been like one of the great prospects of the Libertarian Party to run, but yet the person was just
We
like,
got
outsmoked
1%. We got
She can barely
1%.
pull 1%.
Barely put 1%.
Shut the fuck up.
So
We got
obviously-
1%. We're happy. We got
Alright.
our 1%.
In order to win the presidency, you need to be in one of the Republican or Democrat parties.
Hey, but
yeah.
that might change though.
Yeah,
That might change.
I mean, it probably will because like the
Yeah.
Libertarian Party is actually starting to matter.
Well, not only just that. I think in the next
I mean,
20 years.
the Green Party can't even pull 1%. God, if you want to talk about a joke, oh my God,
Okay, but
it's just
seriously,
the Democratic Party with extra steps.
Yeah, but there's actual internal trouble not only in the Republican Party but in the Democratic Party,
Right.
and that's with the corporate Democrats and the socialists who sort of don't see eye to eye on every issue.
And then the commies.
Well, yeah, socialist, commies. Socialist is just another word for commie, but we don't talk about that.
Technically, socialists are less extreme and don't want as many regulations as communists and don't hate the idea of private property. Technically, that's
But
not
it's-
correct.
It's okay. I mean, yeah, I guess, but they just don't want to seem as bad because communism is it's a bad word.
What? No, bro. Socialists don't hate communists. If they were communists, they'd say it.
No, they don't like the word communist. They like
Yeah.
the ideology, but they don't like the word.
Why wouldn't they like the word?
Okay, so this is how I know they don't like the
Probably.
word because when Joe Biden was debating or not Joe Biden, sorry, when Bernie Sanders was debating,
Mm-hmm.
the billionaire guy, Mike Bloomberg, and Bloomberg said that well, I can't remember what he said, but he said something along the lines of, "Isn't it ironic that the richest frontrunner of the Socialist Party is a millionaire and owns 3 homes?" And Bernie said something. He came with a comeback, and then Mike Bloomberg came back and said, "Well, you're a communist," and then Bernie Sanders was like, "Nah, that's a low blow, man. We don't go there."
Yeah,
Uh,
dude. I mean, okay. Whether or not Bernie Sanders is a communist is kind of up for debate because
Alright.
Yeah.
you know.
I feel like we should go back to the topic at hand of Trump's impeachment right now, and not stop talking about if Bernie
Bernie
Sanders
Sanders is
is a
a
communist. Okay?
Yeah, for all I know, he won't survive tomorrow. So
Well, the good thing
Oh,
is
that's really fucked. Okay.
yeah. Okay.
we'll be
So
basically voting for his vice president.
yeah, we were talking about the vice president and his power and the certification of the electoral college votes. All he has the power to do is just basically be there and certify him. That's all he has the power to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Trump was like, "Nah, I saw on Twitter that he can
Yeah.
decertify
Okay.
the results."
Dude. Okay. Here. This is like the one thing that like I agree with a lot of like Twitter leftists on. Trump cannot just shut the fuck up when it comes to Twitter, and I'm not
Yeah.
saying that he has to.
Is that why
Like,
he's banned?
Honestly, we will get to that.
Yeah,
But,
we will definitely get to that.
Okay, the thing is, right, like before this, Trump would just say whatever the fuck was on his mind, but the thing is, he says things before he has data. Bro,
Mhm,
he was
yeah.
talking about a fucking COVID vaccine that was made from fucking bleach, or like a chemical like bleach, and then you would just
yeah.
inject into people. Look, the thing is, right, Trump isn't an idiot per se, but he's really, really quick to speak, and a lot of the things that he says, I'm not gonna lie, and
Yeah.
this is a great example of it.
And I'm gonna have to blur that out or bleep that out. But aside from that,
Wait, hold
God.
on, wait. Since when were we censoring ourselves from saying the word?
No, you can't say that on YouTube
Why not?
because it's a no word.
Dude, people say that word all the time on YouTube, and most of them
Yeah.
are fine.
I know, but we
Dude,
want our video to.
we're already getting canceled.
All right, let me say
I
the
have
ground. Okay,
serious amnesia for the past 10 minutes.
let's cut and then we'll start from here. I'll start from here, I guess.
No, okay,
Okay.
no, shut the fuck up. We're starting from that point. It was good. It was a funny bit.
Okay, so let's talk. What were we talking about? I can't remember.
Trump's
I seem
man.
to have
Oh.
some serious amnesia for the past 10 minutes.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
Okay.
What are we
We said.
recording?
Oh right, Trump and how he just reads Twitter
Twitter.
and gets shit out of his ass.
Yeah,
That type of thing.
yeah. Again, he just the things you say are fuck. What would be a
let me explain this. He thinks before,
They're not
or
very intelligent.
yeah, he doesn't think before he says
Yeah.
things, and that's not a good thing.
Yeah, most
That's
of
not
the
a good
things
quality.
that Trump says on Twitter before he has evidence are usually not very smart. In fact,
Yeah.
it is one of his most famous qualities. So the fact that he thinks that Pence could just magically make him become president again, or at least stop the vote to make Biden president, is, like many other things he has said, very unintelligent. That's a synonym
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for.
Hey,
I would
I
just-
don't think. Okay, you want to? Yeah, you go, Sonny.
I just think that when one person must say something online, they really should look up like the research to really.
Yeah,
Back up what they're
especially
saying.
when you're the U.S. president.
Oh my god.
I think
Okay.
he needs to have that pedestal to reassure himself, like, yeah, I'm the big guy, so everything I say is true. When really it's not halftime. It's like
To be
CNN.
honest, I sort of disagree with that because I don't think Trump was elected to be the arbiter of truth. I think he was elected to be as
The
Ben Shapiro
president
says
of
it.
the United States.
No. Let me explain. I think Ben Shapiro's right on the money on this, and you're gonna
Of
you know
course,
read
you
Ben
agree with
Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro, bro.
But he says this. All right, let me explain this. Trump
Okay,
is
go
a
off.
literal giant pulsating middle finger to the establishment. He's not elected to get shit done. He's elected to be a giant middle finger to the culture war. And I think that's pretty accurate. I don't think people actually care about anything else.
Honestly, okay, here's the thing, right?
It's hard to fight that point.
As a libertarian, as someone who sees fighting the establishment as my day job, you know, I gotta say, I sort of agree with this, and I sort of don't. All right, the thing is, Trump being elected in 2016 was an earthquake, and we're still
Yeah,
feeling
definitely.
the aftershocks of that now.
But,
And
okay,
you know, people could not get over that, and in that sense, I would definitely say that he's, you know, definitely trying to uphold the break down the establishment, and you know, just like you know, incite change, much needed change in the country. But on the other hand, you know, after he got elected, you know, and you could say this was because a lot of the Democrats in our government, like, were restraining him, physically not letting him do anything, literally anything, right? In his power for 4 years. But I have seen a substantially low amount of actual changes. And
Yeah.
in my opinion, actions speak louder than words. So, you know, whether or not it was just to sort of signal at the idea of going against the establishment, or he was just actually trying to do anything, but he never got the chance, in my opinion, he is not the best person to go at fighting, you know, the whole, like, big calamity that is the government corporatocracy that we have right now.
yeah, but I think in many ways, Trump is just he's a response to Barack Obama. I mean,
Yeah,
Barack Obama is just the one who blew
that
everything out
is
of the
so
water.
based. Because, like,
Yeah.
Obama made a storm with his entrance of being the first black president, and that's fine. And then he introduced fucking... Oh, God.
He just started playing identity politics hardball. Like, just
Sorry.
complete hardball.
Obamacare!
Oh my god, not just okay. Obamacare is garbage. I think we could all agree, right? But I think it's how he changed the culture is more of why Donald Trump was elected.
Yeah. Because, like, the thing is, I kind of feel like Donald Trump was elected because, okay, a lot of centrists, some smart centrists, fair enough, they're still getting center-sided, but whatever, they proposed an idea called pendulum theory, which was basically that American politics would swing between Democratic and Republican control within about the range of, like, 2 to 3 terms. And this would usually be because a really good president would be elected twice on one side, and then another president that was really good would be elected twice on the other side. Or it would be 2 in consecutive, or it would be 3 or whatever. Point is, there was some consistency to how the parties have shifted in the past couple decades. And something happened when Obama won that second term. It seemed to a lot of Republicans in this country that the Democrats were having way too long of a time on the seesaw, so to speak. And frankly, I kind of understand this because this has been represented in the very, very large influx of left-wing media outlets basically being able to propagandize their views in academia, in office and job spaces, in a lot of parts of the world, actually. And no one has been doing anything to stop them. Now, of course, how they would actually stop them is something that should be considered before anything is actually done. But, you know, there was this really big, like, power grab from the Democrats in, like mid 2010s, like, you know, like 2014 or
Definitely,
2015. And people got mad. Like, there were a lot of, like, Republicans who, you know, I saw my own personal experience, who were too scared to admit to their friends that they had even basic right-leaning views because they would just be excommunicated from their friend groups. And guess what? All of those people, or most of them at least, can vote. And they did vote. They voted to swing the pendulum the other way. And it worked. Donald Trump was in office. And, you know, sure, he's, you know, kind of an idiot, especially when it comes to Twitter and, you know, speaking his mind. There's not a whole lot to speak. But his ability to be a symbol of like the Republican resistance almost. It was sort of, I wouldn't call it like a civil war, and I wouldn't call it a Cold War. It was a bit of both, honestly. And we're seeing that to a really high level now, because Democrats have found an option or an ability to take back the seat. They're being stingy with the pendulum. And that's only causing more people to get angry, and it's causing more people to uprise. And I may even say that might have been one of the inspirations for the Capitol riots, which is a great segue to
Into
someone
the
else
Capitol
talking.
riots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you who don't know about these Capitol riots,
Oh, come, everyone
How
knows.
would
Okay,
you not
fine.
know?
the lead up to this, I
Right.
should say,
Go
there were two groups in front of the Capitol building. Antifa, I believe, right? And some MAGA people. And for those who don't know MAGA people, they're fucking Trump supporters.
Mostly MAGA people. There were Antifa people,
Yeah.
but it weren't that many.
It was
They were
not
cut-
Antifa. It was mostly Trump supporters.
Okay. Did you guys not see on the news the collisions of both groups
Yes.
colliding and fighting
Yeah,
each other in
but-
front of the
Yes.
Capitol building?
But
I'm not
Antifa
saying the-
did not enter the building.
No, I did
right?
not say that. I said the lead up where there's two groups. I never said that Antifa entered. I just said there's two groups from the Capitol building. Now, the majority of people who enter the Capitol building, while the security guard, just like my team's Seattle Seahawks O-line, just let them pass through 'em.
I mean, I wouldn't say they let him pass through. So, if you actually read up on why the police officers, didn't let the, I guess, rioters get through, or they sort of backed up, it's because this is actual security protocol, and the police force, because of the mayor, were understaffed, like because of the Antifa BLM riots that demanded that the police be defunded. So in a
Defund the
sense-
police. No,
in a sense-
put them back.
Now-
Put them back.
In a sense, this is all BLM's and Antifa's fault, but it's also the Trump supporters' fault.
Now,
Now,
we're
but what's
not trying
interesting-
to say
Yeah, I'm not
that-
trying to say that, but I'm just trying to say it's gonna bite you in the ass when you make bad decisions, and that's what happened on the Capitol.
No, I'm completely willing to say, this is an aftershock of the BLM riots, because
Yes.
Yeah.
when you go out there and you riot during a fucking pandemic, when everyone is supposed to be staying inside, and then all of the other people who want to go outside aren't allowed because they're not the ones protesting. Well, of course, some people are going to think, yeah, I'm starving, and I can't feed me or my family. Probably not a lot of them had families, but that's besides
Yeah.
the point, right? I can't feed myself. I'm about to fucking starve. I can't pay my bills. And this fucking corona lockdown is stopping me from being able to go to my fucking job. What am I going to do? I'm going to riot. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do something just like how, the other people were, so that, when I go and I try to, fucking feed myself and get my own money, I can just say, oh yeah, I'm out protesting the Trump election. Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh.
And then I just keep going. Probably not what happened, but it was probably an inspiration at the very least.
Yes. And
Yeah,
there's
I feel
only a
like-
couple of people to blame, right? Those are Donald Trump, Nancy
Eh.
Pelosi. Well, okay, let me explain.
Okay.
Donald Trump, and I'll get to it later. Nancy Pelosi / Chuck Schumer, sorry, the Democratic Party, basically. The media, and the extreme of the Democratic Party and the extreme of the Republican Party. Now you're going to say, why is Donald Trump
Or
know,
Nancy
sort of implicated?
Pelosi, for that matter.
right? Let me explain. So Donald Trump is almost, in a sense, a little bit responsible for what happened at the Capitol because he said that he won the election when he really didn't, and that's gonna incite some type of violence even if you don't say it directly. Now, I don't think it's Trump's fault. What happened at the Capitol. In fact, I think more responsibility has to be put onto the Democrats because for the past, I don't know, 8 months, the Democrats have been pushing the police are systemically racist, and they've been rioting, and they even established an autonomous zone in a major U.S. city. Now, that sets a dangerous precedent where Democrats could riot, so Republicans are gonna think, okay, if Democrats could riot and they could get, little, I guess, how do I put this? They could get little shit from the media, the Democratic Party, then they're going to riot even more, and we saw that throughout the summers. And Republicans are going to think that there's some type of double standard, so they're going to riot as well. And it doesn't even help because Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi, they said that Antifa, the people who are causing the riots in, the major U.S. cities, they said that Antifa is not a group, it's an idea. So they didn't even condemn the riots, and they just let them continue. So there's a lot of people at play. There's a lot of lead up. You can't blame it just on Trump. You gotta blame it on everyone, and we gotta change the culture.
Okay, can I just say something?
Yeah.
I blame Trump, but only a little. I really don't blame him that much, and here's why. All right, he said directly. I watched a video of his speech.
Clip, yeah.
Right. He said, walk down Pennsylvania Avenue, and fix this, right? And stand up for your country because they're not willing to listen. The whole Democrats not willing to listen is completely valid because they won't. Right. They don't care. They think that anyone Republican or anything more right than that is automatically fucking fascist Nazi Hitler too, right? And they are not willing to listen. This is just a fact. Or most are. Not all, but most. I'm sure that some are, but, it's rare, and it's not really worth the time, designating. Point is, Democrats, on average, will not listen, and they will just try to fight back as much as they can, because in their eyes, they're fighting fascism, and it's completely justified.
Exactly.
But another thing, and I think this is more important, is that he just said go down Pennsylvania Avenue. Protesting, right, near Washington about the election is a right that has been designated in the Constitution under the First Amendment. The right to protest. Just like the left has used the right to protest in many other occasions, not the least of which being literally just 6 months ago with the fucking BLM riots.
I have a personal story that I'll tell after you get that.
Yeah, of course. The BLM riots did not start out as riots. They were originally protests. And when they were protests, although I personally disagree with the BLM message, they had every right to do it. This is just a fact. All right?
Right.
And... Wait, what? Do you have something to add on that?
Alright, so let's...
Wait, you don't think they have the... Okay, I will fight to the end to make sure you have the right to protest. I will die on this hill.
Right to protest, that's in the Constitution. No, it's not in the Constitution.
That's in our Constitution.
It's the Bill of Rights.
Bill of Rights.
Well, the Bill of Rights
Bill
is
of Rights.
The
First Amendment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, but I do not think you have the right to riot. There's a difference.
No, you don't have the right to riot.
That's why there's a true
saying.
difference with BLM and the Capitol insurgent. At least this Capitol insurgent went after a government building instead of BLM going after targets, like little
McDonald's and other private
right. Okay.
citizens.
Can I just say a personal story?
No, let me finish. Women, women. Do you want your tampons? Let me finish.
All right.
Yeah, wait, alright. So anyways, if you have a problem...
This podcast is going downhill so fast.
You said women's tampons, so you You get
Women.
over
I
it.
said women. Do you want tampons?
You said tampon. Oh my god.
Yeah, I said women. Do you want tampons?
Oh my. I don't even. Why would you? Oh my.
First of all, I never said rioting. I made
swear,
it very
if you don't let me
clear.
finish, I will.
What will you do? What will you do? Come on, say it. Say it the recording.
I don't. Should I even leave this in?
Yes.
I've been trying.
This man's been talking like 30 minutes.
All right, all
I
right.
need
Sonny,
to talk
Sonny,
more.
Sonny, stay your point, or state
Alright,
your point.
basically. Alright, you can start from here. If you have a problem with the government, fight the government, not the community that is also supporting you, who has no problem with supporting you, but yet you still like a lot of black-owned businesses were also burnt and destroyed through the BLM's riots.
That is true, and I went to Chipotle in the summer, and
Of course.
I'm not going to say the street because I don't want to dox myself because I live close to there. But
Mhm.
the BLM, protesters, and they were protesting. They weren't rioting. They weren't burning down things. But the protesters, they came in the middle of the street and blocked my path, out of Chipotle. So I couldn't go anywhere. So I had to go around. Like, that's just stupid. Why are you blocking a Chipotle fucking alleyway? That's so dumb. Why?
Yeah.
In the
why
name
on
of racial justice? Why?
Why on Sesame Street? That street.
Yeah. That's just like, I don't know, weird.
I don't know.
But I'll die on the hill to make sure your right to protest is protected. I think that's a fundamental right that should not be, interfered from the government. And I don't even care what you're protesting. I just want to make sure that's a right.
Yeah, I completely agree. But again, I wasn't saying rioting because
Yeah, yeah.
obviously rioting is not protected under the U.S. Constitution. If it was, the U.S. probably would not be, in existence right now because riots can get very destructive and lead to a very, very, very large loss of life. But anyways, so back to what I was saying about the Capitol riots versus BLM. Again, they were just saying, go down Pennsylvania Avenue and protest. And like the beginning of the BLM, protest / riots, whatever, right? That is okay. As long as they're not rioting, as long as they're not breaking private or government-owned property, as long as nothing's getting broken, as long as no one's getting hurt, as long as it is a peaceful protest, like they keep saying and is almost never true on both sides, right?
Yeah.
As long as it is peaceful, it is protected by the Constitution. And like Kaika said, I will die on that hill. Even though I say government bad, this was one of the things that the government did right. They very, very clearly said that the freedom to speak your mind and the freedom to protest against unjust things is a right that you have from birth. That is based as hell.
Right. It's a natural
That is my two
right.
cents.
that
But
precedes
yeah,
government.
and then as soon as they started, being not so peaceful, then it became an issue. And frankly, I think the BLM riots were worse, but they were both really bad. And anyone who defends either is kind of low IQ,
Yeah.
up in the head,
Also, this conversation of free speech is a perfect segue.
Oh, a
to-
segue! I love segues.
It's a perfect segue to Parlor. Now,
Oh,
I didn't put this on the notes
Uh,
because this conversation got me thinking about it. But let's talk about it.
Yeah,
what y'all think about
seriously,
Parler?
We need to talk about that.
Yeah, Parlor.
Uh,
This is probably the most fascist thing that's happened in the
Honestly.
past 50 years in America. It's so bad. It blows my mind anyone's defending Amazon.
Antifa, get the fuck on this. Oh, wait, you support it? Oh, what a surprise.
Yeah. It is. Wow. I don't even know why. Okay. But, okay. I don't even know where to start because it's so fascist and it's so wrong.
I know where to start. It's very simple. America lives in a corporatocracy, not capitalism. And in corporatocracies, corporations are sort of allowed to do whatever they want.
mhm.
Now, of course, there are reasonable limitations, but I don't know if you two have noticed, but there has been a significant amount of large corporate support during the corona pandemic, and a stark lack of support for smaller businesses and individuals during the COVID pandemic, right?
Yeah.
It would seem that the United States cares a lot more about backing corporations that can make their money back than the actual citizens of the nation. But that's a different story.
Right.
If
And I
it-
just want to say this real quick. It almost seems to me that the reason why the government is sort of well, I guess not the government, but the Democratic Party sort of backing these big corporations.
No,
It's
it's
because-
the government.
Well, both, but I think that Republicans have been fighting for more small businesses, right? Well, we could debate that, but that's what I think. And I think that Democrats are more in tune with supporting the bigger businesses because that socialism, right? The sort of system where the government owns everything aligns with, having 10 corporations at the very top controlling everything that comes to, our food or our technology or anything like that. So I think that's why they're supporting Amazon infringing on Parler's. It's not a right, but I guess operation. That's all, but operation. So that's how I sort of look at it. I may be wrong, right? I'm always gonna admit when I'm wrong, but
Yeah.
it's just how it seems. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that is a completely fair assessment. In my opinion, I'd probably say that socialism does not support big businesses. They might use big businesses as a means to an end, but at the end of the day, they see big businesses as the peak of capitalism, and if they can take them down, they'll be first. So
They
like,
want to control the circulation of goods and ideas.
right, and
Mhm.
corporations are in America right now the circulation of goods and ideas, especially
and-
goods. So
And no, especially ideas as well because of Twitter and Snapchat and Instagram. We're not even.
good point.
Yeah, it's so corporations are so much bigger than people really think they are.
And they all have a
Yeah,
it is
left-leaning
insane.
bias. What a surprise!
Right. And they're in Silicon Valley, so
Right. But anyways, back to Parler. And I also want to kind of touch on Twitter banning Donald Trump because they're all kind of in the same sphere of. Drum
Predicted it.
roll, please.
No drum.
Authoritarian censorship from big tech.
Yep.
We've been experiencing this shit for years, but now it's finally coming to a head. Donald Trump has been suspended from
You predicted
Twitter.
this? I predicted this last episode. Whoever can clip it, I predicted it. Last episode, I said this
Why?
would happen. I said this
Okay.
would happen last episode.
Yeah.
I read.
If
Technoboy, thank you.
if you all remember, all right, it was like a year and a half ago to 2 years ago, Twitter came out openly saying that they would not suspend Donald Trump's account because they did not break any of Twitter's user guidelines. And although Twitter was and is, from that point in today, very left-leaning and very against Donald Trump, they respected his right to speech, and because he did not break any of their community guidelines, they did not suspend his account. Twitter, where do we go wrong?
Okay, so this is what Twitter said, or the CEO of Twitter, Jack. This is what he said 5 years ago.
Oh, jackass.
Oh, it was
He
5
said
years ago?
this. Yeah, this was 5. Well, he also said that a year ago, but this is what he said 5 years ago, and I find this so ironic. And there's another tweet I want to read, but it says, "Twitter stands for freedom of expression. We stand for speaking truth to power, and we stand for empowering dialogue." Man, that sounds really weird when you read it in today's context. Am I right? It seems like they're doing exactly the opposite of that.
For real,
Well,
though.
People say we have freedom of speech, but we truly don't these days. We can
Well,
never say our
okay.
opinion.
No,
Okay, okay.
We still have the right.
Yeah.
It's
You're
just
the right.
fucking neo-statists trying to take it away.
Oh, and can I just mention this? This is something else that Twitter said just like 10, I don't know how many hours ago. I think it's 10 hours ago from now. They said this: ahead of the Ugandan election, we're hearing reports that internet service providers are being ordered to block social media and messaging apps. We strongly condemn internet shutdowns. They are hugely harmful, violate basic human rights, and the principles of the open internet.
Oh, that's pretty ironic. Not gonna lie.
Earlier this
That's an
week,
irony.
yep,
That's
earlier this
irony.
week, in close coordination with our peers, we suspended a number of accounts targeting the election in Uganda. If we could attribute any of this activity to state-backed actors, we will disclose to our archive of information. Access to information and freedom of expression, including the public conversation on Twitter, is never more important than during a democratic process, particularly elections. This is what they said 10 hours ago. And this is, by the way, just to build the timeline, Donald Trump was banned how many days ago? Like, what, 2-3 days ago, I think, right?
Yeah, a couple of days ago.
So this is very ironic coming from Twitter.
Yes.
Very ironic.
Hold
and it
on,
just-
hold on. I just want to do something really quickly.
Yeah, I could put it in the chat for you.
No,
Like, that's an actual thing they said.
Just give me a second.
All right.
No, don't pull a funny mic. Please don't pull a funny mic.
He's gonna
Yeah.
pull the funny mic, boy.
By the way, Ari, when you put out part, I was legit so stunned because I had no idea what the fuck you guys were talking about. I stayed
yeah.
silent. I was
He's
like,
got the clown.
no.
Yeah, boys, we live in Cloud World.
Oh.
Yeah, we literally live in clown world. It's so. Like,
I am
how?
wearing this for the rest of the episode.
How does this even happen? How? Explain. I don't even know. Twitter is just the most hypocritical platform I've ever seen.
Honestly.
to be
They
honest, all social medias are pretty
Honk
hypocritical.
honk.
right, yeah. They've
God.
kept the same standards for 5 years, right? Between that Jack Dorsey tweet and them, Twitter safety coming out and saying that, but they haven't evenly applied their rules. Oops, sorry for hitting my mic.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
let's
and
go
then-
back to
yeah,
Parler, right?
Back to Parler. So yeah, Parler was being removed from, I believe, the App Store and the Google Play Store.
And Amazon Web Services.
and
Yeah.
and the Amazon Web Services, and it seems like all of these big tech corporations are trying to just wipe away Parler from the face of the internet. And Parler was a free speech website that aimed to allow people with controversial opinions in the modern day 1984 dystopia that we live in to speak their
Yeah.
mind and converse with other people with like-minded opinions. And of course, these kind of places can be breeding grounds for, unsavory things like, like unironic fascists on 4chan and stuff like that. But the thing is, I think this is what a lot of, like leftist Antifa people don't understand, is when you say that free speech applies, it applies to everyone, including
Yeah.
people that you don't like, including people that everyone doesn't like. You have to let them speak somewhere because it's their rights as a human, even if they're not using those rights to what we consider to be good things, or
Yeah.
what everyone considers to be good things. I'm not trying to defend fascists here. If stopping them from speaking didn't completely destroy the idea of free speech, that might want to be considered, just so we don't have those kind of ideas propping up in the real world. But that's just not how free speech works. You either have to have all of it, or you have to have none of it. Because allowing people to speak their minds is literally the definition of free speech.
Okay, so you know how I don't know if you guys know this, but Parler sued Amazon saying that the ban that they implement on them it's not right?
Which it is.
Yeah, and then this just broke 2 hours ago, and
2 hours ago. Oh, this is
Yeah.
current.
yeah, so Amazon
Not this episode.
Made
though.
a
2 hours of
statement.
this recording, by the way. 2 hours of this
Yeah.
recording. Not.
of this recording,
January
Amazon made
12th, 2020.
yeah, it's 9
Plus
p.m.
one. Plus
Uh,
21.
California time, yeah. They said this to CNN. This case about Parler's demonstrated unwillingness and inability to remove from the servers of Amazon Web Services content that threatens public safety, such as by inciting and planning the rape, torture, and assassination of named public officials and private citizens. You cannot tell me that Twitter out of the what is it, almost billions, I assume, right? Billions of people, there aren't a couple of people that are really bad and are inciting by planning rape, torture, and assassination of public officials. I don't believe that, and it's very clearly they're not applying their standards to everyone. So, and Twitter uses Amazon Web Services as well. I think it's I think corporations are so big now that they don't even care if they're hypocritical in the public eye. Like, they're just that big. And it's unfortunate, but I mean, what are you gonna do? It sort of goes back to whenever, I can't remember what or which president made the trust busting thing, right? You guys remember that? We learned that. But I think it's time to sort of move into that direction, with the big tech bros. I don't know. I'm not a politician. I'm just, saying that perhaps it's time to move in that direction.
You know, no, it's fake news.
Yeah.
We're all politicians. You know.
I just find this statement so bizarre.
We identify as politicians,
Exactly.
and to say otherwise is offensive and bigoted,
Yeah,
and you're gonna get
homophobic.
canceled.
Yeah.
Homophobic, racist, sexist, transphobic, Islamophobic.
I can't even
Fat
wrap
shaming.
my mind. Oh my god. I can't even wrap my mind how a web service like Parler could ban all speech that incites rape, torture, and assassination. That's insane, and Twitter certainly does not do it, so it's only fair if Twitter gets the boot too. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's true.
If that's their base of banning Parler, I mean, I don't know.
Sounds like Twitter gotta go. Sorry, bud. Gotta
Yep.
get out. Go in the rain. Come on. Go with Parler.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
and a lot of it has to do with Section 230, but that's like a whole episode, and I'm happy to talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, your enthusiasm reeks.
We're not doing an episode on that.
I don't know. We might
Editor,
later.
keep
but...
this in. Editor, keep. We're not doing an episode on that. No, we're not. I refuse.
Yeah.
So let's see.
I plead the fifth.
Bro. Okay. Are there any other topics we need to do? No segue today. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got. Okay. So we
We're talking
covered.
about the playoffs now. We're talking about the football.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
All right,
We're
so
gamers.
the Rams are fighting the Green Bay Packers Saturday 1-35.
Okay.
Well,
Hold on.
King Chow, I can't believe that the Rams, they beat the Seahawks. That was crazy.
Oh, okay. So, okay. I just got news. Pence says he will not invoke the 25th Amendment.
That's
Wait,
been
what?
used for like a long time.
Wait.
No, it says
You
right
guys
now.
didn't know that
Right now. No, you just put that right now.
on his Twitter, I assume.
Aria. Even if it's not
No,
recent.
it's like would you,
even
so-
if it's not recent, just pretend it
Friends-
is.
Oh, it's
And-
pretend.
So
pretend.
we can segue.
Listen, it happened just 4 hours ago.
That's cap.
Oh well, I mean, maybe I saw it 4 hours ago.
Sends letter to Rep. Pelosi, says he does not support the 25th Amendment proceedings.
Yeah. I mean, what were we
Alright.
expecting?
I'm gonna read this out right now, okay?
Yeah. Read it out. Read it out.
Loading. Okay. The Honorable Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Washington, D.C., 2515. Dear Madam Speaker, alright, can you read this? I don't want to read this.
All right, just put it in chat. You know what? I'll just say what you're gonna say. Okay.
No.
I'll just say it. All right. So basically, Pence is
No,
like,
no,
nah,
no,
I'm not
I'll
impeaching
say
Trump.
it, but you can read it.
All right, let me read this.
All right,
What is
editor.
this?
Scratch out all.
No,
I'm
not
a
reading
lip-
this.
But like, edit it out.
This is a whole. How long? Oh my god.
All right. Just start from
Dear
All
Madam
right.
Speaker, every American was shocked and saddened by the
Just
attack
shut
on
up.
our nation's capital last week, and I am grateful for the leadership that you and other congressional leaders provided in reconvening
Just
Congress
read it
to
and sum it up after.
basically, or not, oh god.
Biden.
Basically, Pence is saying, I'm not impeaching Trump. I think your basis of impeachment is not too good. And he talks about Joe Biden, so I think that's a good segue to Joe Biden. Initially,
No, wait.
wait,
All right. So, all right. Basically,
Sleepy Joe, am I right? Or am I right? King Joe?
Pence
That's why you're
was
just
like,
snoring.
"Fuck, man." So as you can see, this clown in this call doesn't want to hear about this, but Pence, said
Mhm.
no, he would
Mm-hmm.
not
Mm-hmm.
accept the
Mhm.
impeachment
Mm-hmm.
from. I swear you clown. I swear my baby Yoda is about to go to your clown and use the
Oh
force.
God! Stop! Fucking baby Yoda, shut the fuck up!
Says the alien.
Whoa!
No, dude, it's a
Whoa!
rip off Sonic.
You
bro.
called me an alien?
VTech Sonic. Yo.
All right. Let's focus.
Let's go to. All right. It's Joe Biden.
Yeah. Oh, all right, Joe
Biden's a
Biden.
toe. Biden's a
So-
toe. No cap.
Joe Biden. Just
Worse
a
of the stuff
couple.
than I do.
Just a couple days ago. Well, basically after the Capitol, had an insurrection, whatever. He said that he does not want Trump to be impeached because it would sort of leave a sour taste in congressional Republicans about getting stuff done when Biden enters office, right? If you're going to impeach
Ah.
the sitting president that's Republican right before he's about to exit office, it's going to sour the tone of how things are going to get done. And Joe Biden, how do I say this? He has a very ambitious agenda that he wants to, get done in his 4 years
Ambitious, nonsensical, basically mean
Yeah.
the same thing.
And-
He says 4 years, but I wouldn't be surprised if Kamala, you know what I mean. I'm not gonna say anything more, but I wouldn't be surprised if she
Kill the
took over.
president. Secret Service takeover. Go, go, go.
Yes, I wouldn't be surprised. And now he sort of flipped on the dime and said, "Okay, let's impeach him. Why not? Because it fits the narrative." The
Wait, hold
media
on.
is-
Why would they impeach Trump? They only have to wait
Yeah, I know.
what,
and
a couple of days?
Next week. It's next week.
Like,
It's
no,
really
I
not
can't wait. I can't wait.
they want to stop him from running in 2024 if he decides to do that. That's the whole goal.
Oh, they're crying. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Baby raging. Imagine baby raging. Couldn't be me.
And because they have the media on their side, all Joe Biden has to say is impeach, and the media has his back. And he
Well, I
can say
mean,
that.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
But before, I don't think anyone really disagreed, or people disagreed, right? But I don't think the media was like, okay, Joe Biden, he's not really in it, right? It's absurd that he doesn't believe Trump should be impeached. But he sort of switched on a dime, and I don't know why. I really don't.
How
So-
convenient.
He's
Probably-
been in Congress for what, 48 years? He's not a dumb person.
Well,
Chose Kamala Harris as vice president, who ridiculed him in
Yeah.
debates and outside debates, which is in itself.
Yeah, but he's not dumb because he knows the media has.
no,
his
no,
back.
you're right. No, he's not dumb. He's senile.
Exactly.
Exactly. He's senile.
He's fucking like. How old is Joe Biden?
Oh, 78 or 79, one of those.
70.
He's
Bro,
older, for
honestly, hot take. We should flip the age gap in the U.S. presidents. Instead of being you have to be at least 35, 35 is the maximum hard limit. Stop
Yeah.
getting fucking boomer presidents,
Let's
bro.
go. I'll run for president. Yeah.
To be honest, I don't think age should be a restriction. I think
Okay.
35 is really old nowadays.
Yeah,
because-
honestly, maybe like 21 is
24.
a solid restriction because
Yeah.
at age 21 you can drink. All right,
Hey,
you can consent.
Actually,
You're
no.
basically
Take
a
that
legal
decision.
adult.
Yeah, there
Chow,
you go.
chow,
Plus
26.
25.
Because that's when you're
25.
when your brain fully develops. So
26.
no,
25,
25 is when your brain fully develops.
Whatever.
26.
Right, 25,
25.
26.
25. 25.
25 just so I could be
25.
president faster.
26.
25.
26.
Shut up.
You shut up.
Okay,
Hong
I don't know if I
Kong.
should leave this segment
Clown.
in.
Yeah, leave it all in. Arya, just cut out as
Arya,
little as possible.
Arya.
This is gold.
Okay, from this section, yeah, but from previous, you
Yeah,
better
yeah,
cut
yeah.
out what I told you cut out editor. All right, I know where you live, editor. I know where you.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Anyways,
Editor.
Joe Biden, he's not dumb, right? So he knows that.
Eh.
Well, actually, I don't know if he's the one calling the shots,
He
but
didn't used to be dumb.
yeah.
Like
But Joe Manchin, right? The senator from West Virginia, who
Joe
hasn't-
Manchin.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
He-
it's almost like it's another Trump Tower.
Right, and this guy Joe Manchin, he's a senator from West Virginia. He's a Democrat, and just give you guys some context, every county in West Virginia voted red. Every county, not one single county voted blue. So,
It's Virginia.
Joe
what do you
Manchin.
expect?
yep, and Joe Manchin, he's got to decide because his election term is next, or the next term. So he's got to decide: am I going to side with the Republicans and gain support in West Virginia, or am I going to side with the Democrats and probably lose my seat? Now he's already vowed to not expand the Supreme Court, so he can't. Democrats can't expand the Supreme Court or get rid of the filibuster. So that's a good thing, right? That's just a good thing all around. But
yeah.
he
Oh.
Really boring.
he actually might
Really
push.
riveting content, man.
He might push some of the dumb, stupid agenda pushed by the Democrats, and that's scary.
I mean, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I think Pennsylvania's seat, senator seats are interesting because some of them are held by Republicans. But I think the most interesting seat, for me at least, will be to watch West Virginia's Senator Joe Manchin in the, run for re-election. I think that's going to be interesting. But he's an old ass man. I think he's also 78. So he might just get.
Might as well have him as president. Might as well. Have all
Yeah.
the people.
Oh no, he's 73. I mean, that's still old though.
By
Like,
the
you-
time,
yeah,
by the time Joe Biden's term ends.
yeah, that's still old.
No, I mean honestly, it makes sense, but ultimately, the question we should be asking ourselves is
No.
why would we go through all the trouble debating what we should do with the government when we can have no government?
Oh my
Let's
God.
go! Yeah! And I kept my ground value on my mind.
Man,
Yeah.
yelling on it so fast.
Okay. Let's put our let's just be big brain for like just a little bit. Do we think any libertarian will win
Nope,
a
never.
senator's
Fuck
seat
you!
in
Fuck you!
2022?
It's possible in 2022. No,
Yeah.
no, there's no
No,
chance.
exactly. No
But
shit.
but
No
is
chance.
is there a chance of Joe Jorgensen coming up
Never.
from her tomb and winning the 2024 election?
No.
Hell
Not
yeah!
even close.
It
Not
can
even close.
happen.
I can
It
worry.
can happen.
2024.
We can at least get 10%. I will be happy with 10%.
More like a negative percent.
I would not be happy with 10% at all.
I would be so happy with 10%. Bro, it's simple, all right? Okay, you get Kanye 2024, Republicans get 50%, Dems get 40%, Libertarian get 10%, and Green Party gets 0 because they don't matter. It's solved.
It's too close.
I have mapped
Already
the
too close
2024
for the
election.
Democrats and Republicans, and if anything, the Republicans are probably going to vote for the Libertarian Party than Democrats.
Oh
Democrats
my-
will vote for their
No,
person
I said Kanye.
over Kanye.
Kanye, I mean,
Dumbass.
he's more of a
Republican.
Kanye actually might steal votes for the Democratic Party.
Bro, I'm telling you, it can happen. You gotta believe me.
Kanye, if you
I mean,
see
it could have
the video,
happened.
one of us are supporters, the other one's Yellow Sonic, and the other one.
Yellow. Wanna go? Wanna go?
Oh god. Yeah. So we talked about Joe Manchin. I don't know how we got to that, but we talked about him.
Honestly, I should
uh,
probably just have this like on for every episode that we do the podcast. It probably fits me better.
Yeah. We talked about impeachment, which included Joe Biden, and if we think there are any grounds to impeachment.
All
We
right.
talked about the Capitol insurrection. We talked about whose fault it is, whether or not Trump incited violence against Pence. We talked about the media and BLM and how they contributed to the insurrection, but
One
we did
more.
not talk about memes.
Okay, so you guys want to see the meme? Okay, there's one meme I have for sure. Okay, it's
Okay.
obviously football related.
I won't
so-
be able to show it.
Yeah, we won't be able to.
I
Good
know,
job.
Describe it.
I'm just gonna
describe
say it. I'm just okay.
Just
So
describe it.
Okay, I know. Actually, I will be able to show it. I'll be fine. It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
fans, if you know the team Seattle Seahawks, their O-line sucks. It's garbage, as you saw in the playoffs against the Rams. And so basically, it's the security guards are the O-linemen that suck and let everything through, and the people who raided the Capitol building are the D linemen going after my
Bro.
quarterback. or the quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks.
I mean, yeah, but to be honest, it's because the police were understaffed.
Well, yeah,
Right.
that's no dear. Okay, we talked about this in the first episode, how dumb the Democrats were to cut the funding of the police. We've
Yeah,
already
it's such a
seen
stupid
this.
thing.
Defund the police, ACAB,
And then murders increased by 220% in New York over one night.
What
Yeah,
a surprise.
Defund
yeah,
poli-
it's so dumb.
oh yeah, you defund the police. Then
Capitol riots.
AGAs
Boom. Good job.
the Capitol building. Oh, security! Where are all you guys? Where? Oh yeah, you're defunding. That's where they all went.
Yeah.
In.
I mean, like, I get that it's the police's job to protect and serve, but, like, you know, I don't even know if they would want to protect the people who are actively trying to, like, undercut their funding. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that it's justified,
Go-
but it's
go
like,
ahead.
you
Go
know.
ahead. They already cut my paycheck for the next week. Go for it.
But on the real though, I think that
We're on the real?
concludes our episode.
All right. Well, see you guys next time. This has been your boy Sonny, and my two other gents. They're not important. I'm the one that
It's Kaika. Follow me on.
No, it's
Actually,
not.
don't follow me on socials. Don't follow me on
Follow
socials.
me
Don't
on
follow me.
the whole-
Don't.
Yup, and it's Cap
Wait.
Chow. I mean King Chow. Sorry. I can't expose myself like that. That's my alt account.
You should put a
Alright.
fedora on the
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
I am going to put a fedora on him.
to check something on it.
Okay.
Alright.
Last Friday, I wonder if our editor put links to the things I wanted to put
I
links.
did, and I also changed it out on the first episode.
Let's
So,
see.
Let's end off on a happy note.
No. Let's see.
No,
Let's see
let's end off on a terrible note. Let's end off on this depression and sadness, and the world's gonna end. Hey, you guys want to hear something funny?
Finally.
Haha, Yellowstone Mountain.
All right.
Everyone been forgetting about
Okay.
that. It's
Let's
waiting.
end up-
It can
Oh my
happen
God.
anytime. Anytime. You can just be
Holy
crap.
erased. Or an
Yellowstone.
asteroid. Anytime. You can be erased.
Yellow
Okay.
song.
All right. Let's end off on a good note. All right. We hope you guys enjoyed our podcast. We worked, decently hard
Decently
enough.
hard on it.
Yeah.
Kinda
to get
sure
these-
did.
Yeah, we worked
I'm
hard
rolling
enough
on
to get
these
these
fat
out.
stacks.
This probably wasn't last
I
minute
got
planning.
nothing in my hands.
Yeah.
Scrapped, like hours before.
Yeah, I mean, okay, let's talk about the future of the podcast because
Yeah.
Are we
we
Okay,
been
yo,
uploading.
I
Yeah.
gotta stop looking like a clown if we're gonna be serious.
Yeah,
Are we done with the recording?
No,
no,
we're not
no.
done.
we're
We're
gonna
not
talk
done.
about the upload schedule now.
All right, I
it's
got this.
changing.
I got this.
Yeah, alright.
All right, for the rest of you guys who
Alright,
love our
no,
content.
Okay, we need to be serious.
All right, so wait. So what is it? Isn't it the same?
Well, yeah,
What?
let's talk
No.
about the uploads. No, it's not. Our upload schedule might be a little different because there might be some weeks where we can't really fit in a recording schedule, right?
Nah.
Because we're high school students and we got shit to do.
And we're in our senior year, so we're pretty
No,
busy.
no. You doxing us, mate. You doxing us.
How am I doxing?
We've
us?
already been doxxed. Okay, stop
Bro,
trying to.
find my address.
Oh
They're
my
gonna find out I live
god! Oh
in
my
New York.
god! They're gonna find your
God.
IP and they're gonna hack you, bro. They're gonna
They're already hacking me.
There he goes.
Okay.
Another one bites the dust.
Okay, let's
Alright.
actually
All
talk
right, do you
about
want to
this.
cut that and redo?
Nope.
Well,
nope. That was
yeah,
gold.
that's in. But let me.
That's
Let me
Okay,
That's
no,
in.
guys.
That's
no, no,
in.
no.
Serious.
Yeah. Let me say this. So
I
Turning
got
down
this.
the gain on my microphone.
All right, so for those of you who love these videos, the past 3 videos, sadly, due to some work that we have in our personal lives, like in school, because we still go to high school, we may not be able to do weekly content.
yeah.
It might be once every other week,
Yep.
or twice every month, or once every month. It really depends on
Mhm.
how much free time we have during this online schooling bullshit.
Yeah, and we're not like motivated by money or views. We're simply doing this because we
No,
want
no, I
to.
want that money. I want that. Yo.
Even the
Can I
end
get-
cap is only
Can I get a
here
Samsung?
to make
No,
you
no, but let's be real.
Advertise
We're
it?
we really enjoy doing this. I think we all agree that it almost feels that we can't express our feelings at school, so we could
If we
vent a little
did, we
bit
would be
here.
lynched.
We would be modern
Yeah.
day lynched. So
Yeah.
we really enjoy this. Don't feel that we're disregarding the channel because we're not uploading.
No,
Yeah.
We're actually just busy, and
we
have
all
lives.
Don't worry.
really care, but sometimes Slime Rancher has to come first. But
Yeah.
thank you
Yeah.
all for listening to what we have to say. I think it's pretty important. I'm wrong, but who cares? And
You're always wrong. I'm always right.
yeah, whatever you want to say, man. And if I may, this
Yes,
time,
you
because I never
Yeah.
get to do the outro. This is
All right, so this is it. This is Sons
Bruh!
of Liberty signing out. Sons of Liberty signing out.
This is
Meet you guys in the next episode.